Good afternoon and thank you for keeping it your home of Untold Stories TV 47. Now News Now starts now. And my name is Grace Kanja. So, 10 children under the age of 10 years have been found today in one of the recreation centers in Kisii town. This occurred after one of the staff members of the hotel became suspicious after one of the customers came to take a room in the hotel alone, then later in the night checked in with many children. In the morning, the staff member came out to alert the public, who captured him. The children and the suspect are currently being held at Kisii Central Police Station for further investigations.
Kawaida walikuja juzi saa 12 vile mvua ilikuwa inanyesha. Wakapata mimi napanguza hapo. Kuna kijana mwenye ananibadilisha akaingia. Sasa wakaongea na yeye, tuingie room gani? Akawaambia ingia ile yenu ya kawaida. Wao wakaingia tu. Mimi nikaendelea kupanguza hapa chini. Alafu nikamaliza. Nikaenda. Nikamwacha na hawa wageni sasa. Wakiendelea kupeana hiyo details ya sawa huko na mimi nikiendelea kuenda. Nikamwambia msanii tuonane kesho. Kesho jana nikakuja nikawapata wako ndani. Wakaingia wakaoga. Wakatoka wakaniambia mate tunaenda lakini tunarudi. Wakarudi saa 7. Hiyo saa 7 wakakuja. Saa 7 ya mchana jana. Wakaniambia mate tena tunarudi ile room yetu. Nikawaambia haina shida. Wakaingia ndani wakaweka bag. Alafu kutoka hapo wakatoka wakaenda wakaniambia tena tunarudi. Sasa kutoka hapo vile nilitoka si hawakukuja wanipate. Walipata kijana wa usiku. Walikuwa wanaongea na simu, wakitoka wanarudi, wanakaa wanaongea tena wanatoka. Ni juzi tu niliwaona na jana. Mimi sijawahi ona walio kuja hapa kwa room yetu. Walikuwa tu hivyo. Hawakukuwa na gari. Watoto sasa walikuja usiku wa leo. Juzi walikuwa peke yao vijana wawili. Watoto 9 walikuwa wasichana na wavulana.
Right, and Interior CS Kitui Initiative has said that henceforth all options, including force, are on the table when dealing with any criminal who will be targeting any security officers or security camps. Speaking while launching a general service unit camp at Akwichatis, Tiaty Sub-County, Kindiki said any criminal will be dealt with ruthlessly by security forces for shooting those who have been bestowed duty to protect Kenyans. Now, the CES also reiterated the government's interventions in ending insecurity and to quell incessant banditry in the region. Now, 3 people were killed yesterday in a latest banditry attack in Baragoi, Samburu County.
The administration under President William Ruto does not believe in collective punishment of any community. We believe that criminals are individuals, and security agencies that we bring here today, their task is to hunt down and arrest, prosecute, and deal with criminals as individuals. And this special unit we are bringing here is not a unit to punish the people of Tiaty or the people of Baringo. It is a unit to protect the lives and properties of the many people who live in this area who are law-abiding. For us to end cattle rustling and livestock rustling, we are using the strategy first of preventing rustling. And that is why we gazetted some parts of this county as disturbed and dangerous areas. I want to announce here today that those areas that we gazetted on the 13th of February 2023 as disturbed and dangerous, including the Silale Gorges and Silale Crater and all the other places that we gazetted, they still remain gazetted as disturbed and dangerous until a time when we have sustainable peace in this area.
And boda operators in Busia County have complained about the increase in fuel prices, and they have vowed to continue crossing the border to the neighboring country of Uganda to purchase petrol at a more affordable price of 205 Kenyan shillings per litre. Led by their ward chairman for Burumba, Protest Okello, they have stated that the price of petrol in the town of Busia, Uganda is 205 shillings per litre compared to 215 Kenyan shillings in Busia, Kenya. Therefore, they will be forced to obtain this commodity in Uganda unless the government takes action to lower the price of fuel.
Tunapata ya mafuta inapita hapa ikienda Uganda, lakini hapa tunanunua kwa shilingi 215 na ile hali Uganda wanauza kwa shilingi 205. Saa jana tuliketi na washikadau wote katika industry ya bodaboda tukaafikiana ya kwamba tunaenda kupandisha nauli yetu kwa wale wateja wetu ambao huwa tunawabeba. Town service tunaiweka kwa shilingi 100 kutoka kwa shilingi 50 kwa sababu mafuta bei iko juu.
Pesa tunayotumia kwa mafuta kwa siku ni mingi kushinda tunayorudi nayo kwa nyumba. Na watu wa loan pia wako na sisi. Na tumeamua kuanzia leo town service itakuwa shilingi 100 ili pia sisi tupate kuweza kusomesha watoto, tulipe nyumba na tuweze kulesha hata mabibi zetu.
Bodaboda tumeshindwa kupeleka watoto shule kwa sababu hali ya uchumi. Ile pesa tukipata inaishia kwa mafuta. Unaweka mafuta 400 unapata shilingi 500. Unataka kulipa watu credit, unataka kulipa mdozi, na unataka watu wako wakule. Ulipe nyumba na kila kitu. Haya mambo yametuchosha. Serikali itusikize, kama inaweza tusaidie shukisha mafuta, la sivyo sisi pia kama distance ya 100 itakuwa 200. 50 ni 100. 250 ni 500.
Mheshimiwa Samuel Ruto, tunakuomba, wakati ulikuja ulikuwa unasema bottom up, lakini saa hii ni bottom down. Yani tulikuwa tunaimba wimbo ambao hatujui. Tunaomba serikali yetu, msipoangalia mambo mafuta, kuanzia leo tunafulaga pikipiki zote ambazo ziko katika Busia County kukunywa mafuta wapi? Uganda.
And President William Ruto has said that the world is currently experiencing one of its darkest periods of human existence. In his address to the United Nations General Assembly on Thursday, Ruto said this is because of the failure of the peace and security systems and limited climate action across the world, failures which have left the world in a state of paralysis.
We may all agree, without any fear of contradiction, that the world is headed in a most undesirable direction. It is moments like this that the affirmative spirit of multilateralism, international collective action, and global solidarity is most needed and should be attained. This is not the occasion for any member of the United Nations to escape when they should be rising to the challenge of the moment. Resorting to pursuit of narrow, insular, antisocial agendas within exclusive clubs constituted to maintain the status quo that undermines and cannibalizes the United Nations systems at the expense of progress in humanity's collective journey to the future of our aspirations is totally unacceptable. The existence of this inimical clique of geopolitical formations defies the fundamental values and principles of the UN system, and its operations have led to alienation, mistrust, insecurity, and exclusion of and among peoples, nations, regions, and continents. Moments like now place the nature and purpose of multilateralism under sharp scrutiny for history's honest examination and judgment.
Right, and the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission, Iebc, wants a public inquiry to investigate the chaos at the bomas of Kenya during the announcement of last year's presidential results. Now, Iebc Chief Executive Officer Hussein Marjani says despite the Commission's efforts to report the matter to the police, no action has been taken on the culprits.
And these committees were actually chaired by commissioners. And one of the committees was on resource management. There was a committee on staff welfare and security. There was a committee on communication, which are still also very, very important ingredients of the commission. There was a committee...
But even as you answer that,
Yes.
That is what I was referring to earlier.
Yes.
As one of the areas the Supreme Court highlighted as being irregular. The idea of the chairman being the sole returning officer and what have you.
Yes, so I was asked to, I'm trying to address the issue of who was exercising power. I think this is by Honorable Omogeni. And I'm just trying to explain how the results were being managed there So, and there were 4 teams, but the chairman will take full responsibility for what is happening. So he has assigned the responsibility to the commission members. And at some point, the commissioners wanted to know if there's a committee managing results management, and they have been given other duties, and they want to be incorporated in the results management. So it was resolved that everybody was going to be in that in results management. There was no way a CEO was part of the managing of the results. CEO is just as simple as also other commission staff. It's only that he heads the secretariat, and therefore they follow instructions of the commission. So these results were being managed by the commissioners and the chairperson. And if you notice that there is no single time that you saw the commission secretary announcing results there. No single time. It was being done by the commissioners. And so mine is to ensure that the process is working and seamless. And finally, they take responsibility for the declaration of the results. So it's pure that it's actually the commission who are actually in charge of the process.
So what do you say on the division finally, 4-3? Whom should we now believe if they were the ones doing it? I'm concerned with the application of Article 138 for the future.
Well, laws are there to be followed. Just like, you can be a Muslim, you can be a Christian, but you don't follow what is expected to be done. So people sometimes they don't follow what is expected of them. If you ask me at that particular point, because I was there when I was not there when the NSAC were there, but I was there when I now gave them the results, the final results for them to discuss. Immediately, the one group saw the results. They say this difference is small. We can't allow that. Without any justification, I would have expected that if a commissioner is aggrieved and he wants justification for best results, he would say, for example, can we look at county these polling stations? We want you to confirm, because there are complaints on the ground. Can we be assured that they were in accordance with the results at the polling station, which is final? That one I never saw. And I was just there, just observing what was happening. So that was the difference. So, but it is very unfortunate, because I would have expected now, if there's going to be argument, they are going to be resolved, because you don't expect people to agree. But I would have expected ultimately they sit together until they resolve it.
Right, and we now take a short commercial break here on News Now. Stay with us.
The news that matters the most is the one that hits close to home. When disasters strike, we are there to inform you. When the bullets are flying, we tell you who's shooting and why. Reporting on your victories, your health, your money, your security, your past, present, and future. We are interested in telling the stories of creativity, hard work, and resilience that you are known for.
That is our job. This is my job. My name is Victor Muyakane, and it's my honor to bring you this news this way every Thursday night on the home of Untold Stories.
Katika majengo haya, hapa ndipo sheria zinapotungwa na zinapopakuliwa. Nitakuletea viongozi mbalimbali, mirengo mbalimbali, wote kwa pamoja wakipika na kupakua. Tutawapa nafasi kuweza kuangazia changamoto na mafanikio ya ugatuzi katika ukumbi wa siasa kila siku ya Jumanne kuanzia saa 1 kamili na kuendelea.
kutoka eneo hili la Naivasha kwenye kaunti 032, gatuzi la Nakuru.
Kutoka kaunti ya Elgeyo Marakwet.
Right, thank you so much for staying with us. Now, the National Nurses Association of Kenya and the Kenya National Union of Nurses have threatened to paralyze the delivery of health services in the country if the Kenyatta University Teaching, Referral and Research Hospital CEO, Dr. Dagane, is fired. Now, the nurses want Attorney General J.B. Muturi and Bumula MP Wamboka Wanami to withdraw their previous remarks where they said that Dagane was not in a position to lead the hospital, as such a position should only be occupied by a medical doctor and not a nurse. Now, the unionists argue that the statement was demeaning to their profession, further threatening to profile any leader who looks down on the nursing profession.
We will close all hospitals if you ever dare target Dr. Dagane. Tutang'oa hospitali zote nurses. Tuone kama hawa watu mnasema ndio managers wataenda ku manage those hospitali. Any leader who will profile, demean and embarrass nurses, we will profile you and your families. And you know what we mean by profiling? We are not joking here. You cannot be a leader. We have elected you. We have entrusted you to protect our rights. Then you are the one saying, how can a hospital like this be managed by a nurse? What do you mean asking by a nurse? If the healthcare system in Kenya has collapsed, it has collapsed under whose hands? We will defend this profession by our blood. Personally, I'm ready to take the bullet. If you touch a nurse, you are touching panyago. Na mimi nakuambia rafiki yangu mbunge wa Bumula, tafadhali uombe msamaha kwa uguzi. La sivyo tunajua mahali tutakutana na wewe. Tutakutana na wewe hivi karibuni.
And moving on, Kitui Governor Julius Malombe has launched the Plug Mtaani Vijana to Invest initiative, a business idea competition designed to nurture young entrepreneurs by providing them with soft skills and business plan development training in the country. Now, in his speech, the governor termed the competition a powerful testament to the collective commitment of the county government of Kitui and the national government towards empowering the youth and advancing the society. Now, he said the initiative was an ambitious joint program by the national and county governments to identify and nurture local talents across various sectors by fostering entrepreneurial innovativeness among the young people.
With the 25% of Kenya's youth population, which works out to approximately 12.5 million youngsters aged between 18 and 35 years, Kenya faces a serious youth unemployment problem and the need to come up with initiatives to avert this. This initiative, which we are launching today, is thus geared towards addressing this problem to create an opportunity for the youth to thrive and grow the economy. This competition should be a platform for you to shine, innovate, and turn your dreams into reality. Our role is to guide and mentor you, and I am confident that your ideas will not only benefit you, but also play a pivotal role in the economic transformation of our county and country.
We are talking about linking young people with opportunities, linking young people with opportunities, but not just young people, but we are linking organizations and institutions that are interested in being part of the transformation that we need in this country so much, of empowering young people and giving them opportunities to this program. So the plug is whether you are a young person, you can plug in, or an organization you can plug in, or even banks and other financial institutions are also plugging in. The county is also plugging in to empower the young people.
And as conservation efforts continue in Kenya to avert the extinction of the rhino species, Kenya now boasts of a zero poaching rate since 2020 on the rhino species, with the current population of black rhinos standing at 990. Now, speaking during the commemoration for the World Rhino Day, Tourism CS Penina Malonza launched the 7th edition of the Recovery Action for the Black Rhino in Kenya. Now, the CS urged the Wildlife Service to adopt use of technology, such as the use of drones and forensic evidence to enhance prosecution of those involved in poaching of these species. Now in Kenya, the last 2 female remaining northern white rhino remains after the last male named Sudan died in 2018. The Wildlife Service has said currently 28 embryos have been developed in the hopes of saving this near extinct species.
To achieving the new goal of black rhino numbers increasing by at least 5%, and keeping poaching below 0.5%, and mortality from other causes reduced to less than 0.5% per annum, to reach a confirmed national total of 1,200 black rhinos by the end of 2026.
We need to inject passion in protecting the rhino from the poacher's appetite. And I'm happy that for some time now we have not had this as a major challenge. The challenge has moved to territorial fights, and I must implore the management and appreciate their efforts in the recent years for curbing poaching in our parks.
And banks have been urged to set aside a fixed percentage of their loan portfolio to undeserved groups to promote affirmative action in the financial sector and deepen inclusion in the country while launching an exclusive women banking proposition. Family Bank Chief Executive Officer Rebecca Mbidi said through onward lending, women who make up for half of the country's workforce could increase formalizing their businesses, which would open them up to a larger sums of secured and unsecured loans.
We have another huge inequality. We have the lowest access to finance. The women in Africa have the lowest access to finance. So when it comes to entrepreneurship, we are the number 1. But when it comes to financing those entrepreneurs, we are the last.
So what we'll be providing, and you've requested us to provide you, one is access to financing, to growth, and to investment opportunities. So that you've asked us to give, and the word there I want to highlight is access. The third area you've asked us to work with you is to give you a platform for networking with like-minded businesses and individuals.
And Ghanaian beverage manufacturer has entered the East African market under the flagship of Alomo Bitters. Now speaking during the launch at the Ghana High Commission here in Nairobi, Krabi founder Patrick Masope has assured the investors that they will work with as many alcohol companies as possible. Deputy Managing Director Gregory Russell Pete says this is a move to increase employment opportunities and ensure that talents are grown and put to good use. The entrance of the West Africa to the East African market is also aimed at increasing the quality of produce.
We have minimal expats in our business, and we believe in growing local people, growing local talent, and our MD is our group chairman's son. And unfortunately he couldn't be here, but I'm here on his behalf. The other part of our business which we pride ourselves on is our quality in our systems and our processes.
So we need to really reproduce more, and therefore, us as KNCCI, we advocate for products that are healthy, products that would hit the market and create employment for our youths and women.
We remain known as the Baba. Baba means the father of all products or bitters in this market across Africa.
Not just introduce a product. We are introduce experience that embodies the rich flavors, craftsmanship, and passion that Canary stand for. And we hope this will help for.
Right, to the world of sports now, and 12 teams from 6 counties in the Nyanza region, including Kisumu, Migori, Homa Bay, Siaya, Kisii and Nyamira, are expected to battle their way into qualifying for the Nyanza regional finals of the Safaricom Japan tournament in Kisumu County next weekend. Now, Nyaguku FC from Nyamira, Small Simba from Kisii and Awendo Academy from Migori County will play against each other in their Group A fixtures of the boys category at the Rongo grounds. The girls category will see Rigoma Starlets, Kisii Queens and Agenga Ladies playing against each other in girls category Saturday afternoon. Sunday will witness Karabondi FC playing against Obunga FC and St. Peter's Wagai Mix from Siaya County at the Raila Odinga Stadium, while Uganda girls will welcome Plateau Ladies and VSA Ladies from Siaya County. And the Par 73 Kitale Golf Club is expected to host the 13th leg of the KCB East Africa Golf Tournament this weekend, with over 150 golfers confirming their participation. Now, the participating teams will be looking to qualify into the grand finale of the tournament, slated to take shape on November this year at the Current Golf and Country Club. According to Kitale Golf Club captain Fandi Shiyuka, the course is in perfect form and will provide an easy time to the golfers when they tee up. At the same time, Shiyuka lauded the organizers of the tournament for nurturing golfing talent throughout the country through their golf clinics.
Where should I start?
And Darwin Núñez, Mohamed Salah and Luis Diaz scored second-half goals as Liverpool came from behind to defeat LASK 3-1 in...
The news that matters the most is the one that hits close to home. When disasters strike, we are there to inform you. When the bullets are flying, we tell you who's shooting and why. Reporting on your victories, your health, your money, your security, your past, present, and future. We are interested in telling the stories of creativity, hard work, and resilience that you are known for.
That is our job. This is my job. My name is